Just Sawdust workshop. What am I making? Well, an extra thing for my no-name machine. As we saw in the last video, the angle grinder copier works, but since I've got a rolling device, I thought, well, why not make a small drum sander at the same time? So I made the drum, just glued it up, and I had 2 pieces of this leftover shelves. It's just laminated particle board, but at least they're straight. Put a hinge on it, and that will be my height adjustment. So let's see if we can put another thing on this machine. sander works. As you can see, this is a really uneven board, and of course there was one corner that's the highest, so, and it takes it off. Now this is not meant to be like a thickness sander for this kind of big stuff. In the end it is needed for, well, smaller things, but at least it works. It's not perfect. The dust extraction works with just a vacuum cleaner, so that's a good thing. I know that the bearings will run out in the near future, very near future I think, so I've got to come up with a solution to put other bearings in there, just solid good bearings, because these are just coming out of plastic wheels and so they're not really good. But there must be a way to find 60mm bearings that I could maybe even bolt on, so like with a flange on it. But that's something for the future whenever we find this machine working. A few other things to do, that's like sanding off this sharp edges of the steel and get that router on top and all these other things. So there's more things to do, but at least now we've got a copy grinder and a drum sander that work for the things that I need them for. If you would need it for really precision, this wouldn't work because there's too much, let's say, flex on the drum. But nevertheless, if I want to do like the first passes for like a cutting board or whatever, it would be perfect. I would just need to hand sand it, you know, really smooth at the last stage. I've got M40 sandpaper here because that's the only thing I really had in a long strip that I could put on. But it takes off the stuff of this board and comes out. If I would do, I don't know, 20-30 passes on this really slowly, I would get a flat board, so that's not too bad. As I'm saying this, I think there's a strange echo coming from this this cover. So I would say do some woodworking. It's a nice way to spend your time. Do some recycling. It's an even better way to spend your time. And I'm going to experiment a bit more before I start on real projects. So, até logo.